Greetings. Welcome to Growth Hacking Show, where we have the founders, CEOs, serial entrepreneurs, and many creative people who are working on a new stuff, especially like cryptocurrency, blockchain, latest and greatest stuff, how the future world is going to connect with each other and trade with each other and sign the digitally contract, and everyone will be at leveling playing field. And the mission of that thing is what I have been told, and I learned thing or two on that one so far, is that will end the poverty, and that's a great mission. For that purpose, I have to go everywhere, wherever I can find someone on blockchain or cryptocurrency to learn from them. I'm a student like you are watching this. I'm a student. I want to learn, and you know what? Why learn in a solo? Why not learn it on a public video so that way you all can learn together in a group. In case you don't know me, my name is Mohammed Siddique. I'm the host of a growth hacking show and the co-author of New Success Secrets, available on Amazon. For that purpose, today we are going with a very special guest to Arizona. It's all digital, so we don't have to travel. So, and my special guest, his name is Tim Rocho. Tim is the expert when it comes to cryptocurrency, and we are going to ask what's happening with the cryptocurrency and BlockChain48, because working on a blockchain itself, you cannot really work on this latest and greatest until government bless it. Okay, he is working with the government of Arizona, and plus in Washington DC, as trying to bring this initiative so it becomes accepted, so that way everyone else can adopt it. So without any further delay, please join me to give a warm welcome to Tim. Tim, welcome.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. I appreciate you having me on your podcast today, and hopefully I can give some great information to your listeners that they can take forward.
Looking forward to this. Tim, let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to get into blockchain, this latest and greatest bleeding stuff,
So that's an interesting question. So I was in corporate America and had a very large division with a Fortune 50 company, and I left there and struck out on my own and had a business for about 12 years in direct sales, insurance, direct marketing, and we were actually, Mohammed, paying thousands or tens of thousands, or sometimes in some organizations, hundreds of thousands of people by checks in the 80s. And so a partner and I in 1991 started a company called True Benefits, and we went out into the marketplace to do non-insurance benefit plans and also prepaid cards. So people could get paid on prepaid cards, co-branded custom prepaid cards, instead of getting checks. So they could get paid much quicker, right? Instead of working all month long and then getting a check next month, you could actually get paid each and every week with a custom prepaid card. So in 2002, we pioneered that company. And one of our first companies became huge. The third company became huge. And so I've been in the payments and the banking space for about 16 years and got involved in blockchain and cryptocurrency 4 years ago. Started buying Bitcoin in 2014. So in 2016, started consulting to companies, building wallets, working with crypto companies that do payments and different blockchain applications.
Wonderful. You mentioned about cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency has been like this and now is like this. What's going on?
No different than the stock market. All right. So the stock market goes up, the stock market goes down, currencies go up, currencies go down. So, there is cycles, but I really wouldn't worry about that too much, because if you look at the news, you'll see that NASDAQ and Fidelity just got together and they've done the ErisX exchange. The Chicago Board of Trade is involved in doing options and futures. The CME that I used to trade on as a commodities trader is involved. You've got E.F. Hutton is starting a commodities exchange. And then there's New York Stock Exchange is also involved in cryptocurrency. They start next year with the BAKKT exchange. So there's large organizations getting involved in cryptocurrency. So I wouldn't worry about the state of cryptocurrency or it going away. There might be a next evolution of cryptocurrency that we'll see in 2019 and 2020. But it could be a great time to buy. That's not a recommendation, but you always want to buy when things are negative.
Yeah, definitely. However, people who lost almost 70–80%, they lost so much money, and that how they would recover from that situation, waiting to go 20,000 plus before they even break even.
Well, you see, what happens is people sometimes don't recognize opportunity. So when I bought my first Bitcoin, it was $380, but I think it was $387. And that was 2014. And then 2015, it went down into 240, 250. And of course, all your friends, family, and business acquaintances are saying, boy, you're not a really good investor, right? This has gone down so much. But that $380 Bitcoin, right, and that $5 Ethereum that we bought, Ether that we bought, went to, Bitcoin went to 14,800. I think it topped out at 18,000 in December, January of this year. So that's a pretty good return. So there's ups and downs and cycles. And, if we have time and you want to talk about it later, there's a difference between blockchain and cryptocurrency and digital currency that a lot of people don't understand, that there is a difference in the blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. Those are two different things. Cryptocurrency runs on the blockchain, but blockchain could be used for identity management. It could be used for moving transactions, could be used for healthcare information, could be used for supply chain. So there's a lot of uses for blockchain or distributed ledger technology that doesn't have anything to do with the cryptocurrency world.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for clarifying this. That's a great start on educational stuff. So let's move on. Based on your decades of experience on working in the financial market, what are the top 3 missteps to avoid when it comes to growing your business?
Top 3 missteps. So when you're growing a business, I would say that going into a business that you don't really understand. So our successes have been going into businesses that we understand and we recognize a clear need within the industry. So that the prepaid cards, it's a ubiquitous solution in paying people that are 1099 employees now, and it's gone into wallets and direct deposits. In the real estate industry, we had a very successful real estate foreclosure investment business. And I found that a lot of the companies that were out there, Mohammed, were just selling courses. And you'd go from course to course to course, and you really didn't start to apply that information. Most people didn't. And so I started Real Estate Fortune, I think it was back in 2003, 2004, and put together a model where people were wrapped with all the resources that they needed to be successful. So wholesale properties, money, access to data, and actually introduce them to multi-million-dollar producers that they could learn from directly rather than just going through a course and paying $20,000 and then being left on their own. So you have to recognize a need and then fulfill that need to your highest ability. And then I'd say when you're running a business, if you don't have goals for your business and you're not managing your activity around goals and you don't have standards that you're living by, you may not make it as an entrepreneur or even a really highly successful executive.
One more. not having a goal. Yeah.
Not having a goal. And well, I'll tell you, the thing that you always want to be doing as an executive or an entrepreneur is you always want to be recruiting and raising money. So all problems that you have are people problems. All successes that you have are successes because of people, right? So if you fail, it's because you failed to have the right business plan and the right people around you. If you succeeded, it's because you had the right business plan, but you also had the right people around you. And the second thing is that if you're in a business that's capital intensive, you always want to be out there raising money. Don't try to raise money when you need it. Talk about raising money before you need it, so that when the time comes that you have to get capital into the business, people already know you, they already trust you, they've already seen what you've done, and they're more apt to invest in your business. So not going out and recruiting and raising capital all the time as a CEO or a C-level executive is a mistake.
Dig the well before you are thirsty. Okay, thank you so much, Tim. So let's change the side of the table. So what are the top 3 success secrets of your business growth?
Number one is recognizing the need and filling it, right? So recognize the need and fill it. So those are defining moments. And if you feel it in your gut that this is something that you should be doing, if it's something that's recurring within you that says you should be doing this and you should be involved in it, just do it, right? Because it's being told to you by whatever you believe in. If you have a recurring desire and idea, just go ahead and do it, especially if it's a need. Number 2 is we've grown some really large businesses by developing strategic relationships with large organizations that have similar goals or they're in the similar business. Fortune 100 companies, Fortune 50 companies. We've been very fortunate to forge relationships with them to really dramatically accelerate growth. In our prepaid business, doing business with MasterCard, and our real estate business, doing business with Fidelity National Financial, and those dramatically accelerated the growth of our business. So the second thing is strategic relationships. And then the third would be play to your strengths. Play to your strengths. Don't try to do what you're not really good at. I'm not saying don't try to improve, but don't try to do what you're not really good at. So I'm an enthusiastic person. I like to be up, positive, and I like to give goals, and I like to show people where they can go and give them a sense of purpose and build organizations around a sense of purpose and make them feel good about what they're doing. So you want to play to your strengths. I would say that would be number 3.
Play to your strengths. That's the key part. So that way you enjoy what you do every day. Tim, how are you growing your business right now? What's happening to moving forward in this economy?
So it has changed dramatically. We're still in the payments and the banking and the blockchain cryptocurrency world right now. Working with a cannabis banking company. It's a banking company that's doing acquisitions to do cannabis banking, because in the next 3 years, that's going to be absolutely incredible. And so I'm working with them on the acquisition. So we're raising money, but we're also putting in a very unique and powerful blockchain-based technology to manage seed to sale tracking of the assets, and also to do innovative payments on the blockchain, so that we can move money very very quickly, very efficiently, and revolutionize banking. So those are a couple of things that we're doing right now. So I'm working with companies that are involved in blockchain, cryptocurrency, and specifically banking initiatives.
Good stuff. So, Tim, as you see, based on the cryptocurrency, it's like a roller coaster, up down. Is that right?
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, stock market. So, in a business, when the market, like a business is down, what keeps you going at that moment?
For me, the business isn't down. So remember, there's a difference between blockchain and cryptocurrency and digital currency. So blockchain can operate independently of cryptocurrency, digital currency, virtual assets, right? So, for example, the city of Berkeley is issuing mini bonds on the blockchain. So it's democratizing finance. Blockchain can democratize finance on a worldwide basis. So you could put other assets on top of the blockchain besides cryptocurrency. So there is a difference between cryptocurrency and the markets, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, XLM, all of the other EOS that are out there, and they're down right now. The market is down. That is different than blockchain technology. Blockchain technology can virtually revolutionize the way that we do business in the future. So I'm not really worried about the market. Doesn't seem like big money is worried about the market either, because there's large players, like I said, NASDAQ, NYSE, EF Hutton, CBOT are getting involved in the cryptocurrency and the digital asset world. So I don't really think there's any fear of that not being around. But the misconception that cryptocurrency is blockchain and vice versa, that's the biggest educational hurdle that we have dealing with the general public and a lot of times sophisticated clients.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tim. How the Growth Hacking Show community, people who are watching this, can support you?
One, hook up with me on LinkedIn. So it's Tim, Rocho. You have to spell the last name correctly. A lot of people look for me as Tim, Rocco, and they say I can't find you. Right?
I'm showing it right, or they can see it right now.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
So it's Rocho. And hook up with me on LinkedIn. I work on a consulting basis with several different companies to do growth hacking and help them put together strategic plans, strategic relationships, understand blockchain, cryptocurrency, and how they can use digital currency. And so if somebody wants to grow a business, start a business, and be compliant too, because I've been in the securities business for a long period of time. I was NASD licensed. I was licensed by the CFTC. So 4 years ago, we saw that cryptocurrency and virtual currency was probably going to be regulated by the SEC. And now you'll see a change into what's called STOs rather than ICOs. You can learn more about that from me. Just get in contact with me. But security token offerings are going to be really very, very big in the next few years. But the ICO model that people have been used to for the past 3 years has a limited life today.
Wonderful. Thank you. You heard it directly from Tim Rocho. Go ahead and connect with him on LinkedIn and ask those tough questions. Okay, that's good. That will be a good opening start for you to get to know Tim. Tim, as we are about to wrap up, what would you say as a final word?
Well, as Rocky Balboa says, Sylvester Stallone, he says, doesn't matter how many times or how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you keep going forward. And so if you're trying to build a business or you're trying to build a career, you're going to get hit. Sometimes you're going to get hit hard. Sometimes you're going to get knocked down, but you just have to get up, keep moving forward. And once you do that, that's called winning.
Keep moving forward. That's the word for today. So, Tim, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today. On the behalf of Growth Hacking Show community and our entire team, we really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia, wishing you good luck, good sales. I do hope our path cross again with another amazing guest. Until then, all best wishes.
Thank you.